Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the idyllic little town of Swerstownbury. Okay, so we're going to get this off to a quick start here. I have noticed a problem, and I don't know how this is going to play out for us. Can you see what that problem is? If you said there's no food in the storage barn, you'd be right. So, I'm not really sure what to do about that. There's some food in the boarding house, and I think most of the individual houses have some. But I'm nowhere near where I need to be. So, I think first thing I need to do, we need to get some more fields in. Because otherwise, everyone's going to die. So let's get another crop field there. Another crop field here. And we are going to pull all of our stone cutters. They have just all been graduated to farmers and builders. Because I see this going horribly. So we're going to turn it on. We're going to let it run. And I guess we're going to see what happens. Turn that off so it doesn't keep telling me I need laborers. And I kind of want to do this because I don't want them moving up here away from where their food supply is before I have some sort of means to stock them with food. So let's try and put a storage barn up here too, just so that our fishermen can deposit their food close by. So what do we got going on here? They should be planting. This should be planting. These guys should be working. So what speed are we at? 5. Let's speed that up a bit. So that way we can get some peppers in the ground before it gets too late in the season. And I'm keeping one labor in reserve so I can throw him right to a fishing hut. But we desperately need a steadier supply of food coming in, because for some reason 3 hunters killing God knows how many deer, not enough to feed 30 people. Now, I'm sorry, I don't know what size family you guys have. I come from a fairly large Catholic family, and we have had Christmas dinner with easily 120 people. And somehow, we're able to feed 120 people with 2 or 3 turkeys, but an entire deer is having trouble feeding 30. So, however you feel about that, I don't know. Let's get some more food production. And let's pray. How we doing? Got a little bit left. We are definitely running low. We might have to do an early harvest on these. We do have 3 fishermen. They should start pulling in some catch pretty soon. Well, I'm glad I spent all that time throwing this up. It's really coming in handy. And there's the first warning sign. Where are we? Early summer. What's really hurting is this. I should never have sacrificed one of my early crop fields to plant peaches, because I should have put them somewhere else. What are we doing here? So we got a storage barn coming in. Those guys are working away. So I think the way it works is once it hits 100% yield, that's when they start pulling it in. So we're almost there with 2 of them. These guys can at least get some food out of them before everything goes pear-shaped on me. Oh, here goes some peppers. Okay, I think we somehow managed to survive what could have been a fairly catastrophic blunder. But now, let's start these up again. So that's just about done. And then I think, instead of putting everyone back into the stone quarry right away, now that I've punched through here, I think I just want to gather all this up, because it's very tempting. It's just sitting there, taunting me, saying, Nord, look at me, I'm a rock. Come get me. So, I think I'll do just that. Let's say, pick up all that rock, and that rock, and that rock, and that rock. So we'll clear all the stone out of this area, and then we'll go back and grab the iron. And yeah, what are we running low on? Serves of food. Great. So we might have enough to get us through the winter. What's our speed set at? 10? Okay. So I'm going to slow that down a bit, just so that I don't skip right over something. Now, I definitely need to get some more houses built. And I definitely want to tear this down. They're hoarding all the food. Alright, yeah, let's tear that down. I think we get the food back. I hope so. But we've got these houses now. We should have enough space for the couple that are the one family that's still in here. But let that do its thing. How are we doing on our stockpiles? So we got a good amount of firewood, good amount of logs, we've got some iron, so that way our blacksmith can make sure we don't break all of our tools. That's a hunting cabin. Where's the... Okay. So the Forester's Reach goes through there. So we don't want to build anything in the area that the Forester or the Gatherer need. So I'm thinking, let's plop another road just straight across. So anything above this road is off limits. Anything below it, we can definitely plant it. So, what I really like to get is a trading post, but that's gonna be a little while. Trading posts open up all kinds of new opportunities for us. Not only can we trade tools and clothing and things like that, but we can also get additional seed types. We can pick up some livestock, some cattle, some chickens, as well as for the orchards. We can start getting apples, we can get, I guess, plums and pomegranates and nectarines and pretty much anything you can imagine planting. So that's definitely going to be fairly high on our priorities, just not the highest. So we got a little bit of pepper, a little bit of fish. How are we doing on our citizens? No one new coming in anytime soon. So how long does it take to knock down one of these buildings? Jeez. Crap. And that's an early frost. So that might kill whatever crops we didn't get out. So what can we do? What can we do? Well, we've got 4 builders. Let's plop down one more regular house. This should be enough to house the couple of homeless guys we have left without draining the massive resources that this thing takes to keep itself warm and keep itself fed. Like I said, good for early game, not so much for this late in it. Yeah, we got hit hard with this frost too. Let's stop the collection. Just because I think at this point it's starting to waste our builders. Now that is one thing I don't get about this game. I understand that laborers will basically do whatever the closest unskilled job is. So if you sign someone as a laborer and there's a tree to chop down or a stone to pick up, they'll do that. But if you have them signed as a builder, they should prioritize building structures and tearing down structures. But they'll still go out and gather up the stones and completely ignore the building that needs to go up. Okay, so we're finally taking it down. And we're in the early winter. Good. So glad my guys are going to freeze to death, because they were busy picking up rocks. So that's built. Looks like they moved their food and firewood from the boarding house over into the individual. So we should be good. So, not much else to see this time of year, I guess. We should... Let's see, when did we plant our orchard? Our orchard was planted early in year 3. So hopefully that means that this next episode, we should see our first peaches coming in. And we will see whether or not it was worth it. Oh, and yeah, see there? They're picking up the resources that they were able to get out of the house. So, that's good. Got some more stone, got some more logs. Why don't we plop down... How much do we need for a stone house? 40 versus 8 and 16. Let's plop down a few more wooden houses just on this corner here. And hopefully this will get our guys to start breeding. Because 25 adults with only 5 children, it's kind of a dangerous number to be sitting at. I don't want the population to stagnate, and that's kind of what that feels like it's going to do. And one thing I wanted to put in as well, I think I have the resources for it, is a schoolhouse. So the schoolhouse kind of serves a pretty important function. It will educate the townsfolk, and then they will be more productive. I'm assuming that means that they work faster, and there's less idling in between. Because if you watch someone, they'll go and they'll work on their task, but then when they go to get something to eat, they'll kind of wander around, and they'll go not chop down a tree, and then they'll go stand around the town well for a while. So I'm hoping that this schoolhouse right here will make them knock that crap off. So I guess we'll find out next episode. I hope you come back to join me. This beautiful town of Spoyerstownbury. We averted one disaster so far. Let's see how many more I can barely get us out of. Alright guys, I will catch you next time.